Those of us are saying, like, look, you pushed us into this corner, so now we're saying we won't vote for anyone but McCarthy. That's why we're saying it, because we cannot let the terrorists win.
Look, he's a desperate guy whose vote share is dropping with every subsequent vote, and I'm ready to vote all night, all week, all month, and never for that person.
Are you worried about retribution?
Man, I'm 6'2", 275. I'm not worried about that.
Sir, you do not have the votes, and it's time to withdraw.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, quit it.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. What is going on right now inside of the Republican Party? Well, the party that won the Civil War here in America is currently at civil war with itself. The establishment, the Uniparty Elites are fighting the grassroots and the based. Tucker Carlson is fighting Dan Crenshaw, and Lauren Boebert is fighting Sean Hannity. This is all because Kevin McCarthy can't quite figure out how to win Speaker of the House. Kevin McCarthy has been trying to become Speaker of the House his entire life. He actually could have become Speaker of the House like 7 years ago, but he was caught stooping another member of Congress, and that was a big no-no. So they put that bid aside, and now he's waiting to become Speaker for the 7th vote that he just lost. Look at this article. Kevin McCarthy loses 7th straight House Speaker vote as GOP rebels hold firm. Kevin McCarthy has been embarrassing himself in these votes. He doesn't have the votes for Speaker, and people don't seem to be budging. And maybe that's because Kevin McCarthy is a bit of an establishment shill, and also because Kevin McCarthy has been himself sabotaging other good conservatives who want to run. Now, what will happen next? Well, what will happen next is the advocates and allies of Kevin McCarthy will become desperate and will begin to descend into their neocon behavior of attacking the Republican base. As Dan Crenshaw did yesterday on Fox News' radio station, Crenshaw unloads on GOP holdouts. They're acting like terrorists and children. Representative Dan Crenshaw blasted the 20 Republicans who have opposed Kevin McCarthy for his bid for speakership. His comments came as McCarthy failed to the speakership in the 7th vote. So Dan Crenshaw getting very angry, as neocons always do, attacking their own side, going directly to war with the people who are on your side. And Tucker Carlson took Dan Crenshaw to the woodshed for it.
And yet today, Congressman Dan Crenshaw of Texas, a surrogate for Kevin McCarthy, did. In fact, he did what neocons always do. He labeled anyone who doesn't like a terrorist. Watch.
Those of us are saying, like, look, you pushed us into this corner, so now we're saying we won't vote for anyone but McCarthy. That's why we're saying it, because we cannot let the terrorists win.
Oh, they're terrorists now. It's hard not to see the connection, because over the past few years, pretty much every part of the war on terror has been turned against the domestic political enemies of the neocons. So now they're just coming out and telling you what they told you about Iraq. Either you're with us or you're against us. You're on the side of light or darkness. You're good or evil. Dan Crenshaw went all the way, as neocons always do. He proceeded to go to CNN to call his political opponents enemies of the state. Looking for a little Soviet-style politics? Watch this.
This handful of members is very clearly looking for notoriety over principle. That's what it is. And anyone who suggests differently is in some kind of make-believe fantasy reality. But if you're a narcissist and you believe that your opinion is so much more important than everyone else's, then you'll keep going. And you'll threaten to tear down the team for the benefit of the Democrats, just because of your own sense of self-importance. That's exactly what's happening here. We will not vote for anyone else but McCarthy. These people think they're stubborn, we're more stubborn. They think they're not going to get the committees they want. Well, obviously they won't, but it's going to be so much worse than that. You know, they are enemies now.
There are enemies now, Dan Crenshaw says about people inside of his own party, about his own fellow Republicans. You wonder why Republicans can't ever win. You know, what would be happening right now, obviously, Kevin McCarthy has 200 plus votes for Speaker. There are 20 holdouts. What should have happened is Kevin McCarthy should have won in a major landslide in 2022 and had 50 votes for Speaker plus, right? Kevin McCarthy needs to get to 218, and Kevin McCarthy can't get there because a small group of people hold out because Kevin McCarthy only won 5 seats. If Kevin McCarthy has done his job and actually delivered a red wave, this wouldn't be an issue. So if it's embarrassing for someone, it's actually embarrassing for Kevin McCarthy and the Republican establishment and Romney McDaniel. But anyway, this is what politics is. It's horse trading and deal making. And a real leader would be making a deal with the other members who are voting against you. Kevin McCarthy isn't doing that. And so we continue with the bloodletting. Hannity versus Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert, one of our favorites from Colorado. It got spicy in a testy exchange. So, you are seeing some real problems, some real cracks inside of the establishment right now. The establishment shills like Hannity went after Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert went on a show last night, went like this.
Who will you only support to be speaker? It's not that hard.
I am willing to have conversations with the Republican conference to come up with a consensus candidate. We are offering people right now. It doesn't have to be a member of the Freedom Caucus. It doesn't even have to be a solid conservative. But we have
more than
to have
half
those
the Freedom
tools
Caucus
in place.
Supports McCarthy. So you don't even have a name.
Because
and we're now going into day 3.
Are afraid when you are threatened by committee chairmen to not be placed by steering committee.
Right, let me ask a final question. If by Friday you and your group of 20 don't have a name with 30 votes, is it time for you to withdraw? And if not, why do you support a double standard? Last question.
Kevin McCarthy does not have 218 votes. Kevin McCarthy will not be
and you
speaker.
have 20.
Kevin
I asked you a very specific question. If by Friday you don't have 30,
I will not, Sean. I will not withdraw. Our asks were not petty of Kevin McCarthy. They were not self-serving. We simply were asking for commitments.
I don't think the GOP establishment comprehends the amount of disdain their own base fields for them. Man, the truest tweet out there from Mostly Peaceful Memes. The truest tweet out there. They don't understand how much we hate them. They don't understand how disconnected the Republican base is from the Republican leadership. Just go ahead and look at Mitch McConnell, who's wandering the nation campaigning with Joe Biden right now, essentially hitting you over the head with a brick that says the Uniparty is real and all of your conspiracy theories are real. Man, so Lauren Boebert coming out, posing with some dude. Grow a brain. Rick Hornsby for speaker. Rick for dictator.com. I don't know who this guy is. Lauren Boebert clearly having herself a good old time savaging Sean Hannity there, by the way. Great meme here. House adjourns, no speaker after McCarthy fails to win 900th ballot. Yes, this would be what old Kevin McCarthy looks like. Matt Gaetz went through and nominated Donald Trump for speaker. You all saw that clip. And then he posted this image of Donald Trump as Speaker of the House with a MAGA hat on. Matt Gaetz then had this tweet. Let's jump over here. This tweet shared by one of Donald Trump's spokespeople named Liz Harrington. So Liz Harrington shared that Matt Gaetz is nominating Donald Trump. What's going on here? That's interesting. So what's going on? We gave you the update that Matt Gaetz nominated Donald Trump. Now what's happening? Well, now Team Trump is starting to share that idea that Donald Trump could become speaker. Of course, Donald Trump could become speaker. Donald Trump has every right to become speaker. You don't have to be a member of the House to become Speaker of the House. That would put him third in line for the presidency. They would definitely make sure that Joe Biden's checking his health. So Matt Gaetz also sharing memes like this. Select all images with speakers. Kevin McCarthy not selected. Matt Gaetz is saying that he is being threatened now for not supporting McCarthy.
My committee chairman to be on the Armed Services Committee, Mr. Rogers, that if we did not vote for Mr. McCarthy, we would be removed from committees. Our position is that if Kevin McCarthy is the Speaker of the House and we don't have an ability to ensure that there is oomph behind the agenda and energy behind our oversight, that the committee assignments don't mean that much anyway. I'm not here to participate in some puppet show where we pass a bunch of messaging bills, send them to the Senate, watch them die, fail to use leverage, and don't hold the Biden administration accountable. I don't want to relive the Benghazi experience where it's just theater pretending to be oversight, right? We can do better than that, and that's our purpose today.
So reliving. Exactly right. It is exactly what we saw for the last 4, 6, 7, 10, 20, 90 years for Republicans in Congress. They have no teeth. They have no will to power. They have no will to actually govern. to deliver results, to put people in prison who deserve to be in prison. So they investigated Hillary Clinton for Benghazi, and they did nothing. They investigated Hillary Clinton for her emails. They do nothing. No one ever goes to jail. Nothing ever happens. Nothing will ever happen to Fauci unless people like Matt Gaetz get their way. Unless people from our party start to realize that the energy is on our side. The American people want Dr. Fauci in prison. The American people want Hillary Clinton in jail. It's not just a talking point from Donald Trump. They actually literally want it. Republicans run on it and promise to do it, and then they can't even repeal Obamacare when they have a president, a House, and a Senate ready to repeal Obamacare. They can't even get that done. Donald Trump ran on repealing Obamacare, can't get that done. Donald Trump wanted $5 billion to build a wall, couldn't send him $5 billion. Instead, we'll spend $100 billion to Ukraine. These people are frauds. Your government is being run by crooks and criminals and a mafia, and it's high time that we throw the bombs out. And these people are trying to do that, or at the very least, scare them quite a lot, and they're doing a great job at it. So God bless Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert for fighting. Shame upon the people who aren't just making deals, because that's the point of politics, and are instead treating the members of your party, some of the most popular members of your party, like a terrorist. Shame upon you for that kind of rhetoric. Ladies and gentlemen, this is positive, it's healthy, it's good, it's a bloodletting. It's exactly what a political party should be doing, questioning its leadership and finding the best path forward. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears taste like ice cream. We ridicule the establishment, and we do so because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you liked what you saw, please click the thumbs up. Please punch, subscribe, and ring the bell to let you know when we have a new video. Don't you want us to let you know when we're live? Please check out more of our videos here and sign up for our mailing list in case something happens and the plug gets pulled. We want to be able to keep in touch with you. My name is Benny Johnson, and thank you for watching. Based Patriots, stay free.